everyone. You're welcome to the Total Education Show.
School is not just about academic subjects alone. School is also about co-curricular activities. School is engagement with fun.
Development of a child is 360, and that's why we have tagged this program Total Education Show.
Stream is here to raise kids that will identify the problems, come together as a group, and see a way to correct the error.
We normally say that we have 4 baskets of rights. So four baskets
of rights. At the end of 3-year training in technical colleges, students are competent enough to take any job.
Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Hello friends, hello everyone at home. My name is Wumi Tolu Alalade, your anchor on the Total Education Show. Yes, Total Education Show. The show is put together and packaged by the Lagos State Ministry of Education for your co-curricular aspect of education. So you have a total and a valued education system even in your homes. Yes. Now, what areas will we be looking at? We're going to be looking at STEM issues. We're going to be looking at TVET, and we'll be looking at, yes, child protection issues. Everything that has to do with child protection and advocacy of your children, even as they are home. Now, do you want to give me feedback? Yes, I want to hear from you. You can send in your feedbacks to me on this WhatsApp number 081-26601-889. Yes, WhatsApp messages only on 081-26601-889. Yes, I'm waiting and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Hello, yeah, we have the stream episode today. I'm sure you've learned a lot from all our previous episodes, and I have got many feedbacks from everyone telling us how they enjoy the show. Thank you for watching, and keep it locked on this channel as we bring to you different discussions and interviews as relate to the stream aspect of education. Now today we have with us a very honorable person. Can you guess? Okay, let me not give you too much to think about. We have with us today the Honorable Commissioner for Education. Yes, I'm sure you're wondering, wow, yes, she's going to be with us today, and she will be talking about all our dreams, our visions, our aspirations for all students, teachers, and all other stakeholders of education in the Lagos State space. And do you know that the Honorable Commissioner is a very passionate woman? She's somebody that has this great entrepreneurial spirit. She's someone that has brought so much passion to this running of the Ministry of Education since her appointment as the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Lagos State. Mrs. Folashade Omobola Adefisayo will be with us today. Please don't miss this. You better sit down, relax, and enjoy. I'm still waiting for your feedback. Feel free, get on the line, send your WhatsApp messages, send your messages to the Total Education Show Instagram page, and also follow up on other episodes on our YouTube page. See you at the other side of the show. Wow, I'm super excited about this episode. We have with us the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Lagos State, like I said earlier, and she's right here with us to trash out some issues when we talk about stream as regards the state and all the stakeholders of education in Lagos State. Welcome on board, Ma.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Mrs. Folashade Omobola Adefisayo is here to tell us some aspects of stream that has to do with every stakeholder in Lagos State. And we'll be hearing from her some in-depth vision and mission that she has for the Lagos State Ministry of Education as regards the episode, the stream episode. Ma, the first question will come from the angle of every child in Lagos State, because you're regarded as the mother of 1 million babies and still counting. And I know you have some vision, your own vision, personal vision for every child as regards stream. So can you please, Ma, tell us some skills that you think as any child in Lagos State is supposed to have in him or her when we talk of stream and stream education?
You know, when you talk about stream, it's not just about the subjects. It's also about a mindset, a certain way of thinking,
Sure.
a belief in certain things. When we say stream, we mean the ability. You know, there's nothing in life called physics, nothing in life called chemistry. Life is a multiplicity of sectors,
Yes.
all in one. So that means that even the same scenario, the same situation, like let's talk about, let's say, write about, discuss something like environmental degradation in Lagos State.
Okay.
It has science, of course. There's the science of it. There's the technology of it. How do we address the problem?
Yes.
It will probably need it as a technology-based solution. When we talk about stream again, R, you have to read up. You have to read about it. You have to read to understand what the research says about environmental degradation and how to manage it. When you talk about art, you can make artwork, you can make designs, you can do advertisements, you can brand it so that people understand in the state how to manage this process, this very, very real situation that we face. And when you talk of M, of course, mathematics. Mathematics is with science. You must collect data. You must know how to manage your data. So that is the beauty of stream. Taking together all these areas and bringing them into a single indivisible whole. So having said that, what are the skills that a child should have? Children must be digitally literate in the true sense of the word, not just using computer to do Yahoo or to Facebook and so on, but computer in order to increase your productivity, to research, to learn, to communicate, to engage with other partners around the world, to grow and to learn. It requires working with different types of people, their ego, their understanding, their interests, their knowledge base, and so on. And so children have to understand how to work in teams and collaborate with others to come up with great solutions. Children shouldn't be in class placidly listening to a teacher without being able to question what they are being taught. And that is what will lead to the ability to think critically. And when you think critically, you'll be able to come up with better solutions than you would have come up with. And so, in thinking critically, you'll probably be able to come up with more innovative and creative solutions. So students must be innovative thinkers, they must be critical thinkers, they must be creative. Yes. Creativity is not art and design. Creativity is an ability, as they say. I remember an advert that said, seeing what everybody saw, but doing what nobody saw.
You've said so much about the skills that every child needs to have and how it relates to stream. So we want to look at what is your take about demystifying the misconceptions and all these thoughts of some people as regards stream and implementation of stream education in Lagos State.
In fact, the beauty of stream is that it now shows you that mathematics is just part of life. It's fun. I love it. For instance, look at when I'm asking students, why don't you like maths? It's so abstract. No, it's not abstract. It has to do with everyday life. For instance, at primary school, look at the size of this room. How many tables can we put into this room?
Maths.
Once you understand the length and the breadth of the room and you understand the sizes of the table, you know how many tables we can put in the room. You know, so it's not an abstract notion that nobody can understand. So again, there's the fact that people think it's an abstraction. A few students know it, the others cannot know it. No, if it's well taught, if it's made practical and related to day-to-day living, it can be very exciting. Again, people look at it and say, why should girls do certain subjects? Girls, you know, I think the brain is agnostic as far as gender is concerned. And if I can say that in very simple English,
English
It doesn't
for her
matter
too.
whether you are a boy or a girl. I'm not sure that there are studies that show that cognitive ability is dependent on
your sex or your gender.
So having said that, I think girls, I've seen girls who've done very well in mathematics. I've seen a lot of female engineers nowadays, architects and estate agents, and able to cope with
all the rigor of
math.
the profession.
Even economists, you know, you can't read economics without being a good mathematician. Misconception that can Lagos State really do this? Do you have the teachers? Do you have the labs? Do you have the equipment?
Even concerning the devices you are giving to students and teachers, like the Eco Excel tablet that all the teachers, people were like, is it possible? Can they use it? You know, I want you to address that.
Oh, we can, of course. That is a real misconception. Our teachers, first of all, in Lagos State, we're very proud of the teaching cadre. Our teachers are all professionals. So I think by the time you get to that level, you should have some level of cognitive ability. You'll be able to manage a computer or a device. And so what we are doing is providing our teachers with these devices. And in the secondary schools, again, we are providing them with a different kind of device. This one with our whole curriculum on it. And training, you know, as long as we continue training, we know that it can only get better. You start small, then you grow. And so that's what we are going to do. We're going to start small, or we are going to keep growing and getting better.
When we come back after this break, you're going to show us I know you have some learning ecosystem that you have mapped out for the Lagos State Ministry of Education. So we'll have a time out to see you actually demonstrate for us, because we're right here in your office. You will demonstrate for us all those aspects when we come back. Please, let's have a time out. See you soon.
Since the beginning of his administration, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been unrelenting in ensuring that students in the state get the best of education. The efforts of the Lagos State government was recently complemented by First Bank of Nigeria Limited, as the corporate organization donated 20,000 digital devices to the state government.
What First Bank has done, what you are also going to be doing going forward, is that you are writing your name clearly in the hearts and the minds of the Serifat Umar and several hundreds of thousands of that school pupils who will be forever be grateful to that grant, who will be forever be grateful to the collaboration we've given to the educational system in Lagos State.
Let me say big thank you to you for allowing us to partner with you on this. I'm very sure that as we make progress in this administration, you find First Bank a very important partner by your side.
The Ministry of Education, we've said over and over that we want to work with partners. We are open to working with partners because we know the magnitude of the issues at hand are so enormous that we know that we cannot, there's no way we can conjure up the resources to do everything that we need to do. And so we would appreciate the support of partners. And I call on other partners to do what First Bank has done and support us in ensuring that no child in Lagos State goes to school without the advantage of e-learning.
They made us understand that every child has potential, irrespective of their class, age, their level of IQ, the way they look, their political background or school. Every child has potential. On behalf of the Lagos State students, I'm saying a very big thank you to all, and most especially the Managing Director and CEO of First Bank for the great investment in ensuring that we all engage in online lessons.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has unveiled 5,000 transistor radios, 5,000 face masks and cash donation by the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials Council to improve access to educational content by pupils and students in the state in response to the challenges thrown by the COVID-19 pandemic. The transistor radios and face masks, which were donated by Council in partnership with the Office of Lagos State First Lady to the Ministry of Education, would be distributed across the state, especially in the hard-to-reach areas, including riverine areas.
The challenges posed by this pandemic is one that we all must face together, and by God's grace we conquer.
What Council is donating this morning is to improve and enhance the learning capability of the children. And so we're indeed excited that they've been able to put this together for them.
This was another opportunity for us. Apart from doing the palliatives that were given out during the lockdown, we needed to think of the new normal, the post-COVID period, and the way forward. And since the Ministry of Education was looking at improving on their e-learning and also, by the grace of God, having an educational station, the radio transistors was the ideal thing.
On behalf of students of Lagos State, we promise that we'll make great use of it so that we can continue to enhance our learning even at home and after this COVID-19 period.
The ministry, upon receipt of these devices, immediately distributed to the districts, who then ensure it gets to the communities.
I'm so happy for this gift they gave us because it helped us to boost our level of education, and we won't really have the feeling that we're not in school because we will go through some things online.
In Lagos State, since the school has been shut down since March 22nd, we cannot say our students have been lazy about, because there have been television programs, there have been online teaching via telegrams. For launching this thing now in our own locality, the issue that parents have been craving for, our children don't have phone, we have not been able to hit. How can we get phone, has been resolved.
No more excuse that because of data they cannot participate in the teaching and learning going on the school platform.
They may have radio in their homes, but while they are outside the homes, either in mommy's shop or daddy's shop, they don't have access to radio. But now that there is a portable radio for them, and when we give them the time that a particular lesson will come up, that they will be able to tune in and benefit.
This device will enhance our learning, while we cannot see our teachers and we cannot do exams physically. We can now do them virtually and make use of e-learning.
This is the first time that we are going to stay at home very long like this, and I don't really like it. So I thank God for this that has been given to us, and I want to appreciate our government.
During the COVID-19 pandemic that is presently going on, we felt that it was important that people started to support education, especially for underprivileged areas where there is a struggle for the children to stay occupied and to stay up to date with their studies.
The students promised to make judicious use of these devices.
The device being given to us, I really do appreciate it. I've been at home for the past 4 months doing nothing. I took my biology textbook to read. I was not able to understand it, but with me getting the phone, I think there are some things that I summarized in it, so I could be able to learn and grab more what I lost during the lockdown.
Devices, more students will be able to access the various learning platforms initiated by the Lagos State government.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Lagos State, you are welcome to what we call our learning ecosystem. Now, let me tell you the genesis in a few words. When the COVID lockdown started, we had to rapidly think of a way of educating children in the state. it was clear that they couldn't come to class, the physical class there. And so we had to provide some form by which they could keep learning. And we just had to start investing, start working on this, training our people, getting the resources. And now that COVID, hopefully, is slowly reducing in impact, we are probably going to start school soon. I can't tell you the date, but when we start school, we've decided that we are going to have what we call an integrated learning ecosystem. Some things are clear. Children are not going to come to school, possibly not every day, possibly not for long hours, and so they are going to have a lot of downtime. And during their downtime, what will they do? So we'll start off with the physical classes. You go to class and see your teacher. You do your homework, you do your class exercises, you do projects with your classmates in school, and of course we'll have worksheets that you can work with. So that will be the physical class. The worksheets you take home to do your homework. So maybe those down hours. Now the downtime. What will you do with downtime? First of all, we started radio and TV programs. We are going to continue this, and we are even going to deepen it in various ways. And so, but whatever we do in class will be reinforced by the radio and TV program. So everybody in Lagos State will know the TV program or radio program that is going to happen whenever they are off. Let's say you are in school on Monday, on Tuesday, you tune into the radio programs. It will reinforce what you learned in school on Monday. Then we know that one thing is clear, that radio is not the ultimate. With radio really, as we say, amoma, asoro magbesi. So you can't gauge feedback well enough via radio. And so we must go to the next level, which is using the power of a higher technology. Radio is some form of technology, but it's low-level technology. We have to go for higher-level technology. And what we've discovered is many communities in Lagos State cannot pick signals from the internet. And so we are also partnering. In all these, we are partnering with various organizations. We've already started giving out devices to students in remote areas, and with these devices, they've been working on the devices, doing their classwork, doing tests, and doing all sorts of quizzes. We now go to the fourth part of the integrated learning system. It's a digital school. The digital school where we'll deploy the use of online and mobile devices, where we'll have recorded teaching sessions, where you can submit your homework and chat with your teacher, where you can chat with your colleagues as well, and where we would have compiled textbooks and resources. We are going to do this via phones, via laptops, via tablets, and of course we are going to use another novel approach, which is the MP3 player. And so with all these, we know that even if physical school is not on for long, even if we have to close physical school, we are certain that learning will continue. A big thank you to our governor, who is also, if you watch around the state, you see cables in various colors. They are deploying cables around the state, and soon the whole state will be covered by these cables, and there will be internet connectivity all over the state. And he has promised us in the education sector that the last mile will come to our schools. That is, our schools will now also be part of the whole internet network that framework will provide. We are very excited about that. And of course, when that happens, all these will kick in with even greater velocity than they will now. Thank you very much.
I told you you're in for the best today, and I'm sure you enjoyed the show. You heard the Honorable Commissioner talking to us about what plans she has concerning the learning ecosystem of all the stakeholders of education in Lagos State. We're so happy to hear that, and I'm sure you have so many questions, so many remarks, so many comments burning in your heart right now. Feel free to send all your comments, send it to the number showing on your screen, and as well you could send your messages to the Total Education Show on IG, that is on Instagram, and of course you can watch a follow-up of this episode just in case you miss any of our episodes on the YouTube channel of the Lagos State Ministry of Education. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, for giving us the opportunity to do all that we do in the Lagos State Ministry of Education. I want to say a big thank you to the Honorable Commissioner for Education, who was with us today on this show, talking to us about all our plans for every child in Lagos State, for the teachers, for the parents, and for all the stakeholders of education. Mommy, thank you for coming. Also, I would like to appreciate the permanent secretary, all the tutor general permanent secretaries of all the education districts from District 1 to District 6 in Lagos State. Thank you so much for all your support and for all that you're doing for the State Ministry of Education. On that note, I say bye for now, and I remain your anchor, Wunmi Tolu Alalade. See you next episode, same station, same time. Thank you.